have another box opening. This is going to be a good one. The Canik Prime. All right, we've had the LS on here, but now we got the Prime. This just released, so excited to open this thing up, see what it's all about. But case-wise, this one's the best case that we've seen so far. So nice case. I mean, really nice, big, thick. Take it anywhere you want to. There's a lot going on right here. Look at that thing with the Prime. Let's check it out. Let's put it on the table, open it up, go over a few specs. Let's do it. All right, we got our Canik Prime on the table. I mean, look at this box. Like I said, this wins a 10 out of 10 for best box that we've seen so far. Really nice. So let's crack it open, see what it's all about, and get it going. So we're gonna push here, push here. Let's open it up. All right, first, looks like on the top, MC9 Prime, security, blah, blah, blah. Looks like we got some extra back straps right here and our little gun tool. Of course, there's going to be all kinds of little things in here. If you watch the LS, you can see. We'll open it real quick. Just additional tools that you might need when working on the gun and screws. So, pretty nifty. Get that back on. Put it in here. Looks like we're going to have your basic kind of instruction manual like everything else. There's our Canik Prime owner's manual. Pretty neat. Box and content. Assembly. Disassembly. And then just a few extra little things. Yep, like the last box. But this box is really nice. All right, let's check out the front side. All right, we're going to have a extra magazine, and this is going to be another 17 round magazine. Well, I don't know what the first one is, but this is a 17 round magazine. Feels good. I like the texturing here at the bottom. Another kind of cheap loader. Looks like you got your basic lock. And then of course, Canik always throws in kind of a holster if you need it, something to get you by. Inside the waistband, maybe you can flip it around and make it, yep, outside the waistband, so either or. This one actually feels pretty nice. A little bit better than the one that came with the LS. It looks like a little bit smaller. Oh yeah, underneath the Prime case, you are going to have your cleaning kit. Little thing to thread through your barrel to clean it. Punch kit. An additional pad right here. I just saw that after I started diving into the box a little bit. This is our Canik Prime. Oh, look, I can already tell right off the bat this texturing feels way better than the LS. I mean, it's really grippy. It's just setting in my hand really nice. Let's get this tag off real quick and we'll take a look at it. All right, we got our tag off. Let's look at another mag, another 17 round mag. It is empty and we are clear. All right, let's look at this. This will be 17 plus 1, so you can throw 18 in this bad boy. I think the barrel length is 3.64 inches, so a little bit longer than a 3-inch, not too much. Overall length, we're looking at like 6.73 inches with a height of 5.43 inches. And then our width is not bad at all. That's probably a 1.16 according to the stats that we've looked up earlier. And it will be optic ready, and that will be your RMSC footprint. So we'll probably throw a Holosun 407K on here. I think we have one of those to look at. MSRP is probably sitting around $650, $6, depending on where you get it at and the time that you buy this firearm. But this thing, I can already tell, feels really nice. This texturing is going all the way up here to your thumb. Unlike the LS, it stopped right here at your mag release. So I really, really like this. That feels really comfortable. And then of course your texturing on the back, the front side, Right here, it's your trigger guard. Unlike the LS, I think it had notches, but this is actually going to have texturing at the trigger guard. And of course, at your index memory spots. So, I mean, this thing's just covered. And I'm telling you, this grip, way better grip than the LS. That was one thing I was like, well, I'm not really impressed with the grip on the LS, but I'm impressed with the grip on this Prime right here. So we are going to have the tritium night sights on here. So that looks really good. These iron sights already look better than the LS. Way better. So I'm kind of impressed with those. So it should be nice to shoot just iron sights and not optics. It is going to have all kinds of slide cuts in here, striations here in the slide. So however you want to grip that and rack it up front, they feel really good. Deep cuts, kind of definitely really grippy. No problem, like if you're in the rain, wet, hands sweaty, whatever, that you have with racking this thing. But this is going to have all the features of the top line Caniks and then the kind of the bottom line. So you're going to have pretty much overall, you know, your slide and everything stays the same. Your grip's a little bit longer, but you're going to have that upgraded trigger in here. So let's test that out real quick. Reset. Really quick reset. Let's do it again. Really crisp trigger and really fast reset. And this is going to be a flat facing trigger, so it feels really nice right here. Compared to the LS, I don't think it was a flat trigger. We can get that back out and compare them side by side. Let's look at this again. Wall take up, break, and then reset. Really quick reset. That trigger feels definitely better than the LS trigger, which I'm trying to get the hang of these little softer triggers because I'm so used to shooting these hard pullback triggers, and you know, the softer just takes me a second to figure out, to get that better feel when I'm shooting. But really nice right there. Still the slide release is going to be AMI, so you're going to have it on the right and left. Feels really good. Nice. There's a lot of room right here that you can get that thing, that you can hit that thing with your thumb. So it's not small or anything like that. Plenty of room to knock that thing down. And then the big thing about the Prime is going to be how it's kind of comped. So what you're going to see is your ported slide. It's going to have 3 ports on this slide right here. And then you're actually going to have a ported barrel. So you're going to have 3 cutouts for your ported barrel. This is supposed to help reduce recoil since it's a little bit smaller compact gun. That's one of its big features is that ported or comp slide and barrel to release that gas to kind of help you stay on target a little bit more, to make it less snappy. So we're going to test that out and compare it to the LS, you know, to see what we think. But you know, it does have the Prime in the barrel that we should be able to see right there in this lightning cutout at the top. So it does have one of those. So I mean, it's set up to release a lot of gas when you're shooting that thing. But the only thing, you know, just going to have to get out there and test it and see how that does. The other good thing about the Prime, it is made in the USA. They did make this one here. So that is really good. If you're looking for, you know, something not made overseas right now, this Prime is where it's at. We are going to have your standard striker indicator, fire. There we go. And then, of course, your double safety if it's loaded. So right now it's flat. There was a bullet in the chamber that would stick up for a little bit of a hump. But, you know, double safety right there to know, you know, so you can verify if your gun's loaded or not. But it looks great, guys. I'm telling you, I just can't get over this texturing right here. Really nice in the hand. Really nice. Canik USA, West Palm Beach, Florida. So right there is where they're made at right now. Or just the Prime model. But really beautiful looking gun. So let's compare this to the Canik LS and see if we can tell any differences real quick. Alright, so we have our Canik LS on the table and then our Canik Prime. So We can put them side by side. Not much of a difference when it comes to length and everything, it looks like. Pretty much the same. Same on the back. Pretty much the same on the side. But I mean, right off the bat, I can tell you that this Prime, the texturing, 10 times better. Blows the LS out of the ballpark. But that's kind of a look at both of them real quick. We will kind of do a shootout to kind of see what we like better. But you can already tell that this thing is more souped up than the LS. The cuts are definitely deeper right here. The striations on the slide. Texturing definitely better. Goes all the way up into that thumb well compared to the LS. Trigger guard looks to be a little bit longer, and we'll have texturing compared to just notches right here. Still, you got your Picatinny on both of them, 1913 lights and accessories. But let's look at that back. See, even right here, it's missing texturing, and that cutout, which the Prime is actually going to have a little bit longer for your index finger compared to this. Everything, yeah, the flat face trigger compared to this curved trigger on your LS. So this will have a flat face trigger. This will not have those night sights on it. The iron sights are not as good as this one. So that's just kind of a few things that I'm noticing right off the bat. Slide release, a little more grippy and textury compared to the LS. Another thing, this thing is the Prime is going to have like a flared magwell. Compared to the LS, it will not have anything. So that's just another thing I noticed real quick. And of course, it's not going to have any ported slides or barrels or compensation on that one. But there she is. That's kind of like a lowdown. But if you're interested in the Prime, if it's something you're thinking about picking up, throw something down in the comments. If you already have one, you like it, you don't like it, too snappy for you, let me know. But I think it looks awesome, guys. I'm really excited to get this thing out to the range and give it a few test rounds. But throw something down in the comments, and you all have a good one. Thank you.